Hey there, JCC Dallas. It's me, Marty McFly. Come with me as we make our way back to the future of the J. Remember, your future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one. See you in the future.
Change your heart to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of love.
We're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats at your home or wherever you are at this time. We are excited to welcome you to the 142nd annual meeting of the Aaron Family Jewish Community Center. And now, without further ado, please welcome our fabulous and dedicated chairs, Jody Stein and Sissy Zoller.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Hey, we're here.
Good evening. I'm Jody Stein.
And I'm Sissy Zoller, and we're co-chairs for the 2021 annual meeting of the Aaron Family Jewish Community Center. We thank you all for tuning in tonight, virtually, again, hopefully for the very last time, next year in person. However, tonight we recognize the J as the center of our community and spotlight the many different roles the J plays in the lives of our members, our staff, and the Dallas community at large.
Speaking of incredible staff, we would like to say a huge thank you to our very own Carly Ward, Director of Hospitality and Special Events. Without Carly, we probably still wouldn't know what year it is. Our theme for tonight's meeting is Back to the Future. Well, if you have not figured out why we have chosen this theme, it's time to get back to our future. And boy, are we ready. Before we propel ourselves forward, let's highlight and celebrate our success over the past year and recognize and applaud those whose efforts have made it all possible. We like to begin with the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the students from Levine Academy who will lead us in our national anthem and the students from Akiba Academy who will lead us in Hatikva.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the
Those were beautiful. Our future looks bright with these kids leading our way. We now will hear from A.J. Rosmarin, Jewish Federation of Greater Dallas Board Chair, to speak on behalf of the Jewish Federation.
It's an honor speaking to you today as board chair of the Jewish Federation of Greater Dallas. I became board chair of the Federation for 2 years beginning June 2019 and will be succeeded by Bill Finkelstein at our annual meeting on June 10th. For over 109 years, the Federation has provided much needed funding to many organizations, agencies, and religious institutions. The JCC is one of the Federation's primary beneficiaries in Dallas. Our footprint extends north throughout Dallas, Collin, and Denton County, serving an estimated 70,000 Jews that is growing each year. We are focused on outreach and newcomers, strong emphasis on the next generation, and a big push going forward on endowment to ensure funds are available for generations to come. Our Federation Security Initiative is essential to all our communal partners like the JCC and includes a community-wide communications platform for emergencies and alerts, as well as education and training. The Federation constantly strives to fulfill its mission of ensuring the continuity and success of a strong and vibrant Jewish community by caring for Jews in need in the Dallas area, Israel, and throughout the world, for this generation and in the future. These words have never resonated more than the past year as our community has felt the devastating impact of the pandemic and the snowstorm. In spite of the challenges, know that your Federation is here for you as it is for over 70 other agencies, schools, shuls, and temples. We are pushing hard to close the Federation's 2021 annual community campaign by the end of June, raising funds for Jews in need in the Dallas area. Every donor, every gift is critically important to our community. For the JCC, the annual core allocation from the Federation's annual community campaign has a significant impact on the JCC's ability to provide funding and services during the year. If you have not already done so, please make your gift to our campaign at jewishdallas.org/donate. I want to thank JCC Board Chair Monty Hurst and CEO Artie Allen for your support as our Federation building was being renovated from the October 2019 tornado. And welcome your incoming Board Chair, Jolie Newman. You all enabled us to continue doing business seamlessly up to the time the JCC temporarily closed the building in March 2020, at which time the Federation went remote like so many. This is the power of the collective. The Federation staff returned to the renovated building next door a few weeks ago. It's time like this when we recognize the strength of our community lies in the unity and resilience. Thank you for being a great partner.
I would like to introduce the Chief Executive Officer of the Aaron Family Jewish Community Center and captain of our time machine, Artie Allen.
Monty, picture this. 20 years from now, you're sitting at one of our annual JCC Past President lunches. A little older with many more leadership roles under your belt, and someone asks, Monty, when were you chair of the J? Just a simple answer, that's all they're asking for. Something that marks your time clearly. My term was during the pandemic. But it's not really that simple. We had a microburst storm, a tornado, a pandemic, and a snowstorm. I do suggest you stick with the pandemic. But I want to be clear, the pandemic, the storms, the struggles, the challenges, the sheer madness of it all in no way represents or defines the quality of leadership this agency has received from Monty during his term. His calm, level-headed demeanor was just what we needed. Before all this began, the J was cruising along like a well-oiled machine. Wonderful programs, great Goldberg Early Childhood Center and camp enrollment, steady and increasing membership numbers, the promise of a capital campaign on the horizon, and wham, just like that, everything changed. We could have closed the doors, lost connection, and simply buried our heads in the sand. After all, the first words in our mission statement are, "The J brings the community together." Are you kidding me? I don't know about you, but this is my, and I'm pretty sure Monty's, first global pandemic. The J brings the community together? Oy vey, what are we going to do? I believe it was the J and Monty's finest moment, his best opportunity to shine as a leader, and shine he did. His trust, enthusiasm, and never-give-up attitude propelled the professional team towards creating new ways to bring the community together. Our officers and board supported our every move. We didn't always agree, and there were many discussions about the best way to approach situations, but most importantly, whatever the end result or decision, we were aligned. I felt supported. The results are pretty incredible, and much of it is due to the support of the executive committee, our board of directors, and our agency professionals. On March 13, 2020, the J closed its physical doors to the community. Only essential services were allowed at the time, and thankfully, serving seniors was deemed essential. Though we were learning more and more about the virus each day, our courageous team of professionals persevered and made certain food was prepared for this most important group. This was one service that never shut down and continues to provide much-needed meals through our drive-through program. To date, we have distributed over 56,000 kosher meals to seniors since the beginning of the pandemic. Another tribute to the J's leadership at all levels was the desire to continue with many of the pre-pandemic initiatives in innovative ways. In other words, when I asked leadership if we were going to continue or cancel something, we always moved forward. This was the case for the B event, the Past President's Lunch, and the Leader of the Year Award, just to name a few. We didn't know then that with a little creativity and ingenuity, all things are possible. There's comfort and confidence in keeping a routine. So with this in mind, our board and other donors graciously sponsored monthly Kabbalat Shabbat entertainment for the seniors. These special Shabbat distributions included street performers, singers, keyboardists, and guitarists who serenaded our seniors as they picked up their meals in the drive-through line. It was truly special to see. JCC camps have operated as a part of the J for over 78 years, even longer than Laura has been director. Although many others have decided that they had to cancel their camps, this was not to be the case for the J. Our camp team went to work and began planning, replanning, reworking, and preparing for camp. Once we all decided that camp was going to happen, Laura and her team kept reiterating the mantra, "We will have camp this summer." Camp was a success with over 450 campers for our 6-week session. The foundation set by camp and the knowledge we gained over the summer propelled us to an on-time successful opening of the Goldberg Early Childhood Center. When we were closed, early childhood professionals maintained virtual learning programs and connection with the families. None of us had any experience with this, and for some it worked and for some it didn't. Through it all, we had to make very difficult decisions on how to meet the needs of our families and our professionals from every perspective. Monty stood with us throughout many trials and tribulations in this department. He helped us through some very challenging times. We all know there's nothing like having the children fill the halls and classrooms of the school. In August, under strict procedures, we opened the school to 164 children. Listen to this perspective from a brave parent sending their child to our school for the very first time. I feel like I'm dropping off my child with strangers to go into a building I can't see or that I haven't seen. When I say it like that, it sounds extra crazy. I feel nervous, but I have faith. We are not new to the J. My child takes swim lessons, and we have participated in other classes. So we are part of the J community, which is why we wanted our child to attend the Goldberg Early Childhood Center. This says it all. Through this trust, the school has flourished even during the most challenging of times. The proof is in our enrollment, which has now reached 186 students for the fall. I cannot thank the professionals in the early childhood department enough for all they've done. J Connect, our virtual platform, helped us maintain connection with those that enjoy sports and fitness. Not ideal, but many fitness and group exercise programs can be done in the comfort of your home. It took some time for members to get comfortable with it, but once they did, the participation flourished. Once we were able to open, based on state and government health mandates, the J managed capacity standards, cleaning protocols, and continues from one phase to the next as we reopen the facility and offer more and more programs each day. Through it all, the leadership in this department has been stellar. I can't say enough about the professional team's effort on behalf of the members of the J. I truly believe we have one of the cleanest and best run facilities in the city. This is due to the efforts and teamwork of our sports and fitness and housekeeping teams. Cultural programs are critical, and they're very important to the J. Our lineup of films for the Film Fest and Book Fest was second to none. We are seen as one of the premier purveyors in the country. Even with this notoriety, it can be challenging to get the kind of attendance some of these noteworthy cultural opportunities deserve. The pandemic changed all of that, and in some cases for the better. Over 100 JCCs banded together as a consortium to use their collective resources to attract even more notable authors from the Jewish and non-Jewish world. And boy, did this consortium deliver. There truly was and is something for everyone. Let's be clear. We struggled during the pandemic. We lost members, enrollment declined in our programs, and the neediest in the community we serve became even more needy. These struggles hit the agency financially. Operational efficiencies only go so far in already lean agencies. Such is the case for the J. Fundraising is our only real option. Thank you to our stellar team of fundraisers. We are so thankful to the group led by Jolie Newman that helped us net $422,000 through this year's B event, virtually. This is the most money we have raised through the B program in recent history, and I can't thank them enough. There are no words that can adequately express my gratitude for the professional team I get to work with each and every day. They are the real heroes and have worked tirelessly to create an amazing organization that builds community even during a time of great challenge. I thank them from the bottom of my heart. The J is coming out of the storms and the pandemic. Look for us to continue making an impact across the Metroplex as the central programming address of the Jewish community. I welcome the challenge facing us even more today than ever before with the tremendous leadership we have to work with as Monty passes the torch to Jolie Newman, our incoming chair. I am truly excited to work with and learn from Jolie over the next 2 years. It's time for the J to get back to our future.
Great Scott! I'd like to welcome to the podium from the not-too-distant past, Scott Cohen, chairman of the Aaron Family Jewish Community Center from 2013 to 2015.
Thank you, Jody. Good evening. It is my pleasure tonight to have the honor of introducing our outgoing chairman of the board, Monty Hurst. Monty, like many of us, grew up here at the J. Back then, his passion at the J was playing in youth basketball leagues in the Donsky Gymnasium. He often reminisces about those days. He takes great pride in being a fifth-generation Dallasite. Truly, Monty is one of our own. Monty, a graduate of W.T. White High School, went to Tulane University, where in his senior year served as president of the college student government board, and if that wasn't enough, he went on to attend South Texas College of Law in Houston, where he was active in student government and participated in 2 moot court teams that won national competitions. Somewhere along the way, Monty figured it out, and he convinced Bonnie to take his hand in marriage, of which they have had 22 amazing years together. When Bonnie and Monty started raising their girls, they, like many of us, found their way to North Haven. They found their way to the J. The Aaron Family Jewish Community Center of Dallas would become the second home for both Morgan and Claudia. Morgan E. became a champion gymnast and was a fixture in the gymnastics program for over 10 years. Claudia honed her soccer skills on the JCC athletic fields playing club soccer, and later would score the clinching goal in the gold medal game for Team Dallas in the Birmingham Games. Both Morgan and Claudia enjoyed the J's youth theater, volunteering at the J, and convening at the J for BBYO. This enhanced Monty's engagement at the J. In 2009, Monty served under then board chair Alan Shore's Capital Projects Task Force that paved the way for major updates to our campus, including the Early Childhood Center, the Naturescape, and our gymnastics facility. Monty co-chaired the fundraise for the gymnastics renovation. Then, Monty agreed to serve on the JCC board, of which he has been active for the past 10 years. 3 years as a vice president, 1 year as the chair-elect, our 2018 Leader of the Year, and the past 2 years as chairman of the board. While all of this was going on, Monty continued to flourish in his legal career. Monty is a shareholder at Howlett & Perrin PC, focuses his practice on all aspects of employment law and on business litigation, represents companies before judges, juries, administrative agencies, and arbitrators. Monty is a board certified in labor and employment law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization. He is recognized by many local, state, and national publications for his professional achievements. Clients appreciate Monty's thoughtful legal advice and advocacy skills in representing them in litigation. As chairman of the board of the JCC, Monty has always shown resolve. As we all know, this has been a very challenging 24 months. In the toughest of times, Monty was at his best. He led our board, kept it engaged, steered the ship for the agency, worked hand in hand with our CEO, Artie Allen, to ensure that the staff remained committed and always appreciated. I can personally attest that what you see is what you get with Monty Hurst. He has a passion for our community. He loves the JCC. He is a man of his word. He listens, he cares, he is a friend to many, he is a family man, he likes to win, and he is a winner. You add all this up and you get the following. Our JCC has never been stronger. The board of the JCC has never been more aligned and never more engaged. Monty, I want you to know that we are all grateful for your dedication to the JCC. You have been an incredible leader as chairman of the board, and I know after you get your rest, you will continue giving back to our community because that is just what you do. Congratulations. This was a job well done. Monty, we would now like for you to sit back and enjoy the following video paying tribute to your chairmanship.
Monty, we've had a lot of celebration of you and for you lately, but nothing about this feels unfamiliar. I've been celebrating you for 50 years. It's always been fun when others see you as I do, like now.
I want to congratulate you on a wonderful job that you did with the J. I just want to say that how proud I am of you as a dad, as a husband, as an attorney.
I'm privileged to be your mother and to celebrate all your accomplishments with you. But mostly I celebrate who you are as a person, as a husband, father, son, sibling, and friend.
Monty, we are very proud of you. Like everything, you do a top-notch job.
I told you 2 years would fly by, but what I didn't tell you is there'd be a pandemic, a tornado, and just a few other challenges.
They say things come in threes. When your term started, we had the pop-up storm. Soon after, we had the tornado, then the pandemic, and we thought we were done, but then the freeze came along.
I promise I had no idea what I was handing over to you when I passed you the baton.
You will truly be the only chairman of the board who can say he had 3 major storms and a pandemic during his term.
You never know what issues will come up, but no one expected all that you had to deal with over your 2 years.
You weathered a national pandemic, a natural disaster, and financial freefall better than any chair that I've witnessed.
I can't think of anyone who could have led us through the last 2 years other than you.
We couldn't have thought of a better leader to help us during this time.
It's obviously been a challenging couple of years, but I can't think of anyone better to have walked the J through these trying times than you.
Your strength, your passion, your commitment, your resolve. was just truly incredible.
You have handled situations with patience and great leadership.
You have engaged the board and encouraged participation in new ways. You have listened and guided.
You have done an unbelievable job leading the J.
You were resilient the entire time. You have led our JCC literally out of the abyss and onto the other side. And I will tell you that I believe that the JCC is in a stronger place today than it ever has been, and that's because of your leadership.
This has been a challenging period for the whole community, but your term has proven to all of us that the J is strong, is supported in this community, and can make a difference in so many lives.
These past 2 years have been your finest hour.
You leave the J in a better place than you started with, and we all appreciate you.
Your strength, your character, your leadership has shown through.
Now you are becoming a member of one of the most admirable and distinguished group of men and women in the Jewish community. You are a past president of the Aaron Family JCC. Congratulations. We are so proud of you.
Wishing you a peaceful and uneventful role as immediate past chairman of the board, and thank you for all you have done for the J.
And I know that you are relieved that your term's coming to an end, but the J will certainly miss you. Congratulations and all the best.
I know the community thanks you. Everyone at the J thanks you.
Thank you for everything that you've done. You really are a match.
I cannot thank you enough on behalf of myself, my family, and the greater Jewish community for all that you have done.
I thank you for your leadership and more friendship, and look forward to our shared journeys as we are past presidents of this beloved agency.
We just want to say thank you so much for your leadership.
We cannot thank you enough for your many hours, day after day of commitment to this community.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this latest achievement. I love you.
A big, huge mazel tov for all that you've done and will continue to do. I love you.
Congratulations, and I love you.
We love you.
Way to go, and best of luck in everything you do in the future. We love you very much.
We love you.
Love you, Dad.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
It is my pleasure to introduce our fearless leader, the JCC Chairman of the Board, Monty Hurst. In honor of our current Chairman of the Board, we want to give you this gift that we believe sums up your chairmanship in a nutshell.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's my dog. Scott, thank you for that flattering introduction, and thank you all for that video. Thank you to Jody Stein and Sissy Zoller for chairing this special event. Thank you to Carly Ward for planning this event. And good evening, my fellow members of this great community. Thank you for tuning in tonight for our Aaron Family Jewish Community Center's important annual meeting. It's been such a privilege for me to serve as chairman of the board of directors for the past 2 years, and I stand before you tonight to express my gratitude to you and to let you know how excited I am about the J's future. My serving as chair has been especially gratifying in light of how significant of a place the JCC has been to me and my family. Over 30 years ago, my grandmother would come here for exercise classes and to play bridge and to go on field trips with other seniors. My grandmother loved the JCC so much that she made a point to live just down the street so that she could walk up here. And growing up in this community, I came to the J to play multiple seasons of basketball in youth leagues, as Scott mentioned. When I was a teenager, I would come here for BBYO meetings and sports, and it was here that I would meet with other teenagers in preparation of our pilgrimage to Israel on the Jewish Federation's teen tour. I reconnected with the J after Bonnie and I had children, and we found ourselves here almost every day. Gymnastics, Camp Simcha, Camp High, gymnastics camp, the fitness center, youth theater programs, volunteer opportunities, soccer practices, and Maccabi meetings. Our daughter Morgan started gymnastics classes here when she was 5 years old. She did gymnastics camps too. She progressed to competing on gymnastics teams. She then became a gymnastics coach. Morgan coached gymnastics right here at the J for over 3 years. Thank you, Debbie Weinstein and other gymnastics coaches, for investing in us and the JCC. Our daughter Claudia performed in youth theater plays in 4 consecutive years, and she also represented this J on the girls' Maccabi soccer team for 3 consecutive years. And she would have certainly led our delegation last summer, but for the necessary cancellation of all games. This summer, Claudia and one of her Maccabi teammates will be traveling to Los Angeles to try out for the Maccabi USA team that will compete in the World Maccabi Games in Israel next summer. No pressure, Claudia. Thank you, Alan Sandler, for investing in us and the JCC. My family's connection to the J are deep, they manifest our journey over the last 15 years, and they are uniquely our own. Yet the J has been and remains a significant part of the lives of countless other individuals and families. And that's precisely why the J's board members work so hard to keep this JCC on the mission we set out and to serve as the J's ambassadors in the community. And looking back over the last 2 years, I could not be more proud of what we have done collectively. At times when the J community needed us most, we were there. We served on the board that maintained the routine of monthly meetings to discuss and debate important developments. To every one of my fellow board members with whom I have been lucky enough to serve during my chair, thank you for your hard, thoughtful, and important work here. Each of you understands the responsibility you assume in identifying and carrying out the J's mission. I'd like to give special recognition to those of you who served with me on the executive committee because I constantly sought your guidance during a series of challenges and unprecedented circumstances. And you answered the call to provide crucial counsel and perspective. David Friedman, David Greenstone, Jolie Newman, Jay Lieberman, Dan Levitan, Liz Leaner, Deborah Ferris, and Lauren Sabriego. The JCC is so fortunate to have an active past presidents group comprised of community leaders who continue to support the J and one another. I look forward to joining such an honored group. During my term, I did not hesitate to reach out to past presidents seeking guidance, and I thank each one of you for your support. I'm especially grateful to Jay Lieberman, Angela Horwitz, Scott Cohen, Stuart Prescott, and Jeff Seymour for your guidance and support. The JCC has so many important relationships in the community. None is more important than that with our neighbor and friend, the Jewish Federation of Greater Dallas. Thank you for your continued support of the JCC. AJ Rosemarin, who we know is the chair of the Federation, and during our parallel terms, AJ and I would meet for coffee almost every quarter to catch up and support one another. These were important meetings to me. Thank you, AJ, for your support and your friendship. I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to thank all of you in the community who've supported the J through your generous donations. You understand the importance of this place, and without you, we would not be here. And I want to make certain that our entire community knows how lucky we are to have Artie Allen as CEO and the rest of our professional team at our JCC. To all of our J professionals, I've come to admire your efforts and your commitment to our mission more each day I've been chair. Each of you works tirelessly and continues to consider tomorrow. It's been a great pleasure getting to know each of you, learning from you. Artie, you are the ultimate leader of JCCs, and you become a great friend. We often joke that you get a new wife every 2 years with each new board chair. There are not many leaders who can adapt and succeed in all the ways you do. My primary jobs as chair have been to keep our board organized and engaged in our collective pursuit of the mission we set out, to nurture and encourage participation, and to represent this board and this JCC with honor and enthusiasm. I'm confident that with your support, I have done that. Immediately after our annual meeting 2 years ago, I was approached by a friend and generous J benefactor. He said so eloquently, "Monty, just don't screw this up." Well, I'm proud to report that I did not screw this up. There are so many moments over the course of my term that I look back on as highlights, far too many to mention tonight. But I recall with great pride the meeting in late October 2019 among myself, Artie, Carly, and the B Event Committee just days after a tornado had ripped through the area, causing much damage to the homes of many members of the community and to our J. We were scheduled to have our big B event that weekend, but we were forced to consider canceling it in light of the circumstances. And after engaging in meaningful discussions among us, we decided to move forward with the B event. After that decision, our volunteers and staff pivoted and organized an amazing event. We did it. Similarly, I recall with great pride a series of executive committee meetings in the spring of 2020, examining whether the JCC should host camp at all. At the time, most other camps had already canceled for the summer because of the pandemic. After thoughtful discussions among us, weighing the benefits and risks, we reiterated the meaningfulness of camps here and recognized that the JCC was prepared. We decided to move forward with camps, albeit more controlled than in years past. Camp could not have been more successful under the circumstances. Again, we did it. And perhaps my favorite part of serving on this board has been to watch other board members escalate into leadership positions, thereby reinforcing the J's board, and ultimately this community is in great hands. Again, we did it. That brings me to you, Jolie. This board is in your great hands. I know that with your enthusiasm, organization, and fresh approach, the J will soar even higher. Mom and Dad and family, y'all look great on that video. Thank you for showing me the importance of community service and for your support. Bonnie, Morgan, and Claudia, I'm especially grateful for your support of my work here on a daily basis. Bonnie, I couldn't have picked a better partner for this journey or for my life journey. To my extended families, my in-laws, my colleagues at Hallett and Perrin, my perennial partners from Hermas Sergeant Bates, and my good friends who've taken this journey with me, your support has been invaluable. Like any other living, breathing organism, the J continues to evolve. To all of us, let's never stop trying to make our community better. Keep supporting the J. Let's make sure that the J is here for many generations to come. Thank you for this chance of a lifetime opportunity to serve as chair, and I will see you at the J.
Each year, the Hank Bodner Award is presented to a young person who has participated in athletic programs at the J. This person has demonstrated exceptional athletic ability and good sportsmanship and has served as a role model for other young people. This award is named after the late Hank Bodner, who served as the health and fitness director in the 1960s and 1970s here at the JCC. Hank loved our young members, and many of today's active adult members began their participation at the J as a result of Hank's influence. The Hank Bodner Award this year goes to Abby Morinoff. It is my pleasure to announce this year's Hank Bodner Award winner, Abby Morinoff.
Abby's been on the gymnastics team here for a lot of years.
She enjoys being here. She likes seeing what she can do. She definitely needs gymnastics. She needs the growth. She needs the exercise.
Abigail's determination and focus really help her in sports, but in everything she does.
She really shows her strength and concentration on what the task is at hand, whether it's in her gymnastics or whatever, able to concentrate, analyze the situation, and get the job done.
Abby is really great about being like that support person for her team. They're having a bad day. You can definitely see that she's the first one to walk up and say, "What's wrong? What can I do for you?"
She is a wonderful role model to the younger gymnasts in the program.
Congratulations, Abby, on your recognition for the Hank Bodner Award.
Abby, congratulations on your award.
We're very proud of you, and you have our heartiest congratulations on winning this award.
Congratulations on winning the Hank Bodner Award. You really deserve this.
Congratulations, Abby. You constantly bring everyone up, and I don't think there's a day of gymnastics where you're there that anyone's really upset about anything.
Congratulations, Abigail.
It's well deserved. You make everybody's day a little better.
For me to win the Hank Bodner Award, it shows that I have shown responsibility and leadership, and I'm honored to receive this award.
Mazel tov, Abby Morinoff, this year's Hank Bodner Award winner.
Mazel tov, Abby.
Mazel tov, Abby.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Abby.
Mazel tov, Abby.
Mazel tov, Abby.
Mazel tov, Abby.
I'd like to thank my parents for bringing me to the JCC and making me come even when I didn't want to. I'd like to thank my coaches for teaching me responsibility and, pushing through even when things are hard, and also just for being there when I need it.
The families of Sam Slusher honor an individual each year who actively impacts and interacts with the senior adults at the J. This person is one who has affected the greatest number with the greatest good. The winner of the award this year goes to someone who has most certainly affected not only our seniors, but our members and staff in the most positive way. This year's Sam Slusher Award goes to Rabbi Baruch Hecht.
This year, the senior department wanted to nominate Rabbi Baruch Hecht for the Sam Slusher Award. The Sam Slusher Award goes to the person who made the greatest impact on the greatest number of people.
Each Friday, you can see Rabbi Baruch Hecht come to the JCC and provide challahs for the seniors. And it's a special thing, and it's a special time, and Rabbi Hecht has been a real hero for the JCC.
Congratulations, Baruch, on your well-deserved recognition here. Your contributions to the seniors program are endless. You really care for every one of them, and that shows.
I think he's influencing the Jewish community for the greater good just by leading by example, showing people what it's like to be dedicated and devoted to your community and actually doing something about it.
My dad inspires me by having a good attitude about a whole bunch of stuff, like when my flight got delayed and all that.
I think what my dad loves about volunteering is that he gets to meet new people and help bring a little bit of joy into their life.
Congratulations on the Sam Slusher Impact Award. You are so hardworking, dedicated, and compassionate.
Congratulations, Rabbi. You deserve this award. It's amazing to see your impact in this community. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Rabbi Baruch.
Mazel tov, Rabbi Baruch Hecht, for winning this year's Sam Slusher Award.
Rabbi Baruch Hecht, Mazel Tov on your winning the Sam Slusher Award.
Mazel tov, Tati!
Thank you very much to the senior board and staff. This is wonderful to be recognized for doing such important work, especially for our seniors who we really need to do as much as we can for such an important part of our community and society. Stay safe, be well, and sei gesund.
Camp is a special and intense experience that changes the lives through belonging and being valued for who you are. Laura Seymour has led our J camps for over 42 years, connecting with and caring for children, staff, and families, as well as promoting the importance of camp throughout the community. In recognition of the importance of the impact of camp, this award is given annually to someone who exemplifies what camp impact truly represents. This year, the award goes to Lindsay Thomas. This year, we are so thrilled to have Lindsay Thomas, who emulates all the qualities of the Laura Seymour Camp Impact Award.
I think camp has had a big impact on Lindsay. She has for a long time wanted to be a teacher, so I think going to camp and actually being a counselor here has helped prepare her for when she graduates college and becomes a teacher.
I think the JCC has impacted Lindsay in such positive ways. She's so confident in who she is. She feels that she can be herself. She doesn't have to pretend to be somebody that she isn't. She's accepted for what she believes in, and everything that she does and just making her be comfortable in today's society.
She cares a lot about the kids, she cares a lot about the staff. She's always there to listen to everybody and really try to work her magic to try to fix problems or to make things better.
Lindsay comes every day with a smile on her face, and it is especially exciting to see someone who will be with us for a long time, and she will make a difference going forward.
Congratulations, Lindsay, on this award.
Congratulations, Lindsay, on your honor as being recognized for the Laura Seymour Camp Impact Award.
Congratulations, Lindsay. I love you so much, and I can't think of anybody who deserves this more than you.
Congratulations, Lindsay. You're the best.
Congratulations, Mazel Tov. I'm so proud of you and so happy to be part of your story.
I know how much Laura does, and the fact that they named an award after her and then chose to give it to me is just such a great deal. And I feel like it shows how hard I've worked and everything, and it really just is an honor.
Mazel tov, Lindsay.
Mazel tov, Lindsay.
Mazel tov, Lindsay Thomas, this year's Laura Seymour Camp Impact Award winner.
Thank you so much. Winning this award means so much to me. It's really such an honor. I want to say thank you to everyone who supported me throughout me working at the J and everything.
Each year, our Board of Directors gives the Leader of the Year award to a board member who has shown exceptional commitment and dedication to the J. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the Jewish Community Center Leader of the Year Award, Matt Prescott.
The Leader of the Year Award is given to the member of the JCC board that has done the most work over the year and provided the most support to the JCC in their efforts to serve the Jewish Community Center of Dallas. We are so thrilled this year to be able to give this award to Matt Prescott.
Matt influences the Jewish community because he cares about it. He's involved in it. He decided on his own he wanted to continue to be a volunteer at the J and other organizations in Dallas.
He started out here when he was 18 months old, and they helped me raise him. They helped us raise him. So from doing Shabbats to living a Jewish life and going to the Jewish camp and coming back here and being a camp counselor and now being on the board and rising through the ranks.
Matt's always inspired me with his passion, with his ingenuity, with his desire to achieve and to grow and to succeed.
The J's impacted my life in a major way. I've made some of my lifelong friends here from preschool and camp on. So from the friendships I've made to the sense of community I have today, I'd say the J has been one of the biggest influences I have in my life.
Congratulations, Matt, on your well-deserved honor. I've enjoyed serving on the board with you and in various committees, and you've always made an impact.
Hey, Matthew Prescott, we are so proud of you. Mazel Tov on your Leadership Award and becoming Vice President of the JCC. I'm Cabelli.
I am so very proud of you. You have really shown me, the entire family, and your friends and the community what it means to care about something and to be involved in something.
It's about time somebody in our family amounted to something. Great job, Matt. We love you. We're so proud of you.
We're so pleased as we see Matt ascend in his leadership of the J. Mazel Tov, Matt, and a special Mazel Tov to your special friend, Betty, your wonderful dog.
Mazel Tov, Matthew.
Mazel Tov, Matt.
I owe a debt of gratitude to a lot of people for helping me understand the true meaning of leadership in my life. I have a lot of family who have also been leaders in the community, and I've had great examples to learn from. My uncle, my father. Additionally, I'd like to thank the professional leadership at the JCC. Nothing that any of us could do could ever get done without them. I want to thank the community because without you, we wouldn't have the JCC. So thank you all. We appreciate everything that you do. We look forward to seeing you back here in 2021 and more great things to come.
Congratulations to all our award winners. The power of love of a community is what the J is all about. We now call on Andy Dropkin, one of our co-chairs of this year's Governance Committee, to give the nominating report.
As co-chair of the Governance Committee, along with Angela Horowitz-French, I have been given the honor of thanking my fellow Governance Committee members for their hard work and thoughtful consideration. We deeply appreciate the time and effort you have dedicated this past year. Chuck Butler, Stacy Rubin, Pam Plus, Matt Prescott, Lauren Savriego, and Zev Shulkin. Thank you. We would like to honor and recognize our outgoing board members who have completed their board term service. Nathan Baum, Sherry Goldberg, David Greenstone, Deborah Ferris, David Sacker, and Zev Shulkin. Thank you for your time and commitment to the J and for your years of service. A donation to the J has been made in your honor as a small token of our appreciation. In accordance with our bylaws, the Board of Directors elects our officers. Thus, our chair, vice presidents, and secretary-treasurer have been elected. Our bylaws also require that we hold an annual meeting for the purpose of electing the directors. It specifically requires us to notify our members and provide a way for additional nominations to be made. We have met these requirements, the proxies have been returned, and no additional nominations have been received. Therefore, I move the election of the following as board members of the Jewish Community Center of Dallas: Rivka Altman, Neil Beckerman. Serving an additional 2-year term and continuing as board member of the JCC of Dallas are Todd Shannon, Adam Diamond, Anita Marks, Jody Stein, Robin Stone. Continuing to serve their unexpired terms are Jenny Burnbray, Seth Davidow, Grant Hurlitz, Hilton Jonas, Bitten Minnelman, Pam Plus, Kimberly Ross, Amy Schachter, Rob Sauls, Carla Steinberg, and Sissy Zoller. Is there a second to the motion? The second to the motion is recognized. Please cast your vote on the poll. All in favor vote yes. All opposed vote no. Thank you, and the motion passes.
Thank you, Andy. At this time, I will continue to install our officers and new board members. As past chairman of the board for the Aaron Family Jewish Community Center, it is my honor to install our officers and new board members. Our new board members, Rivka Altman and Neil Beckerman. First, I would like to congratulate you on your election to the Board of Directors of the Jewish Community Center. We are very fortunate to have you among our leadership ranks. This is an exciting time for the JCC, and I know that the year ahead will be stimulating, exciting, and educational. You will be challenged to think in broad terms about what is best for the community and for our J members. It is not an easy job, but it certainly is one that is worthwhile and touches the lives of many. By the power vested in me as installing officer, I hereby install you as board members for the Jewish Community Center. Thank you. You may all be seated. The following board members elected to serve an additional 2-year term, continuing their service: Todd Shannon, Adam Diamond, Anita Marks, Jody Stein, and Robin Stone. I congratulate you on your reelection to the board. Your commitment and dedication to the JCC are well noted, and your willingness to serve as leaders is very much appreciated. By the power vested in me as installing officer, I hereby install you as board members for the Jewish Community Center. Thank you. Now, our elected vice presidents. David Friedman, Vice President. Dan Levitan, Vice President. Liz Leaner, Vice President, Secretary, and Treasurer. Matt Prescott, Vice President. Lauren Severiego, Vice President. You were elected in accordance with as follows. You were elected according to our bylaws at the annual meeting of the Board of Directors on March 23rd, 2021. Your election followed careful deliberation by a committee of your peers established to nominate the best candidates for the job. You were selected and elected because it was felt that you are a representative of the community and of the values to which we are committed. And now, by the power vested in me as installing officer, I hereby install you as officers for your respective positions. Mazel tov to you all. Tonight, I also have the honor of installing my dear friend Jolie Newman as board chair of the Aaron Family Jewish Community Center. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the next chair of the JCC board, Jolie Newman. Those of you who know or have worked with Jolie already know that she is a force to be reckoned with and should never be underestimated. That's why I was immediately a fan. I like tough, smart women. Jolie was raised in Dallas, attended the University of Southern California, and spent her early career in San Francisco doing public relations and marketing in the nonprofit sector. When she returned home to Dallas in the late 90s, she worked in the PR department at Parkland Hospital for several years, and then at Springbok, a Dallas-based PR agency where she focused on crisis communications. If you think about it, crisis communications is a perfect fit for Jolie, as she truly shines under pressure. She is always an even-keeled, fair-minded, and calming presence, especially when the going gets tough. Her keen insights and clear-headed approach on almost every issue that has confronted our agency have been invaluable during her 4-year tenure on the J's board. For her service, Jolie received our Leader of the Year award in 2020. She has served as the chair-elect over the past year and will momentarily be installed as the 5th female board chair in the J's history. Jolie's involvement with the J spans more decades than she'd care to admit, but as you will hear in a moment, the J has played a critical role in her life. She knows this place, she loves this place, and she will undoubtedly make an incredible mark on this place as our board chair. Outside of the J, Jolie has served on the boards of the National Council of Jewish Women, the American Jewish Committee, and Planned Parenthood of Greater Texas, where she received the Volunteer of the Year award and served as the board chair. In her capacity as board chair, Jolie was consistently praised for her thoughtful leadership during tumultuous era, her ability to unite, and her capacity to forge strong relationships between professional staff and lay leadership. As we emerge from the pandemic, the JCC is facing some critical challenges, and we are incredibly fortunate to have a very strategic, thoughtful, and steady hand at the helm of our board. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the next board chair of the JCC, Jolie Newman. Jolie, if you'll come to the stage.
Here I am.
It is with great pleasure that I install you as board chair of the Aaron Family Jewish Community Center. You were elected according to our bylaws at the annual meeting of the Board of Directors on March 23rd, 2021. Your election followed careful deliberation by a committee of your peers established to nominate the best candidates for the job. You were selected and elected because it was felt that you are representative of the community and of the values to which we are committed. And now, by the power vested in me as installing officer, I hereby install you, Jolie Newman, board chair of the Aaron Family JCC.
Thank you for that very kind and thoughtful introduction, Angela. I am also a fan of smart, tough women like yourself. And thank you for everything that you do. We are very, very lucky to have you on our team. Okay, so we have just about 45 minutes left. I'm just gonna keep on talking, no problem, right? Everyone hanging up? Hold on, we're in the home stretch. I'm just kidding. All right, I have a question for you. If you could describe the JCC in one single word, what would it be? Familiar, friendly, campy, sporty? It's a difficult question because, like all of us, the JCC refuses to be defined by a single word. It needs to be part of a sentence, part of a larger conversation. You hear people say, I went to the JCC for preschool, for camp, for tennis and gymnastics. I went there for the matzo ball, for the bee event, for the book fair and the fitness center. I went to the JCC to belong. In fact, my personal journey it began here 37 years ago as camp counselor. Angela is correct. It's been more than a few decades. I didn't know that my future husband, Michael, would also be working at the JCC that summer. But that's the mysterious thing about this place. One minute, I'm driving my Cutlass Supreme to my first job, and I'm singing, I've got that Camp Simca feeling. And the next minute, I'm married to my fellow camp counselor, and I'm dropping off my son to work with Polo at the tennis camp. And then my daughter to work with Cynthia at Camp Simca. It's scary. This place is the great connector. That's the word I would choose to describe it. It connects us to our history and to our future. When our founders implemented their bold vision for this place, they were actually worried. They thought that a Jewish community center in Dallas would disconnect us from the rest of the city, that we would segregate ourselves. Instead, many of us, including me, found our footing here. We learned about leadership by working at the J, and philanthropy by helping build a better preschool and fitness center and naturescape. We took what we learned here, invested in the Jewish community, and brought it out to the greater Jewish area. We became volunteers and leaders and business people. Now it's true, I know you've already heard this several times this evening, we've experienced a few plagues this year. Wind, hail, flood, freezes, illnesses, you name it. But through it all, we remained connected. And as so many of you stepped up along the way, and most recently, about 650 of you for the bagel run. Because who can say no to Mark Creditor? Not me, or Carly Ward, or even to Scott Cohen, as he leads us back to the golf course next week. You, our members, have stood with us this year, and you've answered our calls whenever we have rang. And the Federation has also shown its unwavering support of our mission. Thank you, AJ Rosemarin. We couldn't do our work without you and your team. However, like any good Jewish agency in town, we are not yet finished asking for your help. As we emerge from this unprecedented year, we face some serious challenges. Our membership numbers are down significantly, and we need each of you to come back with your friends and your children and your families. Artie Allen and Carol Agronin and their entire team have done an amazing job stewarding this organization, and they are ready to see you again. I challenge each of you to find something new to do this year at the J. We have it all. Pickleball. I know you don't know how to play pickleball. Come and learn. We also might have some goat yoga back here soon enough. And in the months ahead, our board of directors will build upon the important work that our previous presidents, Scott and Angela and Jay and Monty, began over the past several years. We will develop a strategic plan to set our priorities for the future and refocus our energies on creating a place where in-person connections are the norm. We must, and we will, address the cinder block walls that have not changed so much since Back to the Future was #1 at the box office. I don't need to tell you that it's time for that work to get underway. So please continue to answer our calls. I am so honored to take the reins from such an accomplished group of past presidents. I know we've celebrated Monty tonight, but I would also like to thank him for his leadership and his navigational skills. Nice job, Monty. We think you might be called a wartime president. I'd also like to thank my family for encouraging me to take on this challenge. I have been greatly influenced by smart, tough women. Ann Levine, Linda Newman, I'm talking about you. And they have taught me to embrace the unexpected. I suspect over the next few years, their lessons will be put to good use. And I don't know what adventures my kids will have working here this summer, or who they might meet, but I do know that the Camp Simca feeling is contagious. So come on back and sing with us again. I look forward to seeing you this year at the J.
Mazel tov, Jolie, and our new officers and board members. Looking forward to getting back to the future with you all. Now let's take a quick look back at some of the JCC's best moments of the year.
Come and take this heart while I'm away, 'cause I want you to hold it, babe. I know that you keep it safe. When I'm way too far, far away, a stranger in a different place, Lord knows I miss you, babe. I swear the highs ain't high enough, God knows the lows won't let me up. There's space and time between you and I'll never leave you in the dust. Foreign skies and open roads, the only place that I call home is in your arms and in your eyes where I belong. And I don't know how, don't know when, someday I'm gonna see you again. And I don't know how, don't know when, someday I'm gonna see you again. Someday I'm gonna see you again. Someday I'm gonna see you again. I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Well, looks like we're out of time. Thank you for being part of the J.
Thank you to everyone for coming this evening. We look forward to seeing you back around the J in a very near future. The official 142nd annual meeting is now adjourned.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight. We look forward to seeing you in person soon. The official 142nd annual meeting of the JCC is now adjourned.